Actually, I was wondering, how do you really feel about it, Sean?
I feel very passionately. Leave my children alone. Very passionately.
You know, I'm just teasing you, but I tell you, if you think that segment was hot, wait till you hear Speaker of the House, Newt Gingrich. He's going to join us in a short time, and he is furious about a report about his wife and so much more. Plus, Rick Klein is here to talk about President Obama, and does he have a new campaign slogan, which is "It's our economy." And we have so much more. That right. And back to you, and I'm going to listen to the rest of this discussion
Greta,
you're having.
20 short minutes from right now with Speaker Gingrich, and we have more with our great American panel after the break. And we continue now with our great American panel. All right, John Fund will remember this. I'm not sure if you will. I'm not sure if you'll admit it. But remember years ago, cover of Time magazine, you know what I'm going to talk about, you know, the next ice age is coming. And somehow in, 30 years, that has evolved into this global warming hysteria. Now, meanwhile, we got pictures of Al Gore that we got on this program, him getting off his Gulfstream jet into his huge limousine to be driven everywhere. And now, all of a sudden, we have reports suggesting it's not going to be global warming. Now we're going back to global cooling again.
Look, as recently as 2008, the UN Climate Study Panel started saying, look, we are very puzzled by the fact that temperature seems to have plateaued. Average temperatures around the Earth are not rising. Now we learn that the sun is entering into a new phase. The UN Climate Panel admits the part of this science that they understand the least is the effect of the sun, which can probably be dramatic. They're absolutely convinced humans have a role, and they do, but the sun is this big mystery. I don't think it's a mystery. I think that if you change the sunspots, you're going to change the Earth's climate, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the big problem. Climate change is no longer an issue. Global warming is no longer an issue. What an issue is that science was corrupted by ego and self-promotion. Experts realized that they could make a lot of money, make themselves famous by hyping up global warming. Now they're left with nothing because they've corrupted the science and nobody trusts it. It's over.
It's just like those emails that came out. I mean, it was like they totally manufactured a lie.
They should start over, let the debate begin again, and realize that they've screwed themselves. They've screwed their agenda.
Greg, that's been a really great distraction technique for the last 20 years. We put our head in the sand while the climate actually has shifted. And global warming is a misnomer. It's climate change. And
they had to change it from global warming to climate change.
Tornadoes in Massachusetts. We're having flooding in Mississippi.
We've had tornadoes going back as far as history records.
Sean, what is happening now is way beyond the pale. This is not what is normal.
This is an all-purpose excuse for government intervention.
No, but we're talking about two different things. Sunspots, the shift there will make us cooler. Global climate change will generally makes us warm. Two different things. Look, apples and oranges here.
Caroline, I love you. You're a great liberal. You defend your side well. But if it's hot, hang on. If it's hot, it's global warming. If it's cold, it's global warming. If it rains, it's global warming. If it hails, it's global warming.
Gingrich and Romney are both admitting that climate change is happening. Are you behind them on this one?
I disagree. I don't think the science is conclusive. Now, I do believe man has an impact on the environment. I want clean air. I want clean water. I want to leave a good planet for our kids and grandkids. But I'm not going to buy lies that are perpetrated by people, John, with a political agenda.
Even if all of this is really happening, the fact we cannot use the government as a sledgehammer to change it more than just a small percentage of a degree. Now, we can do a few things. We can paint roofs white. We can take
Harold Koh
we can do a few things, but we cannot use the government as a sledgehammer to change our entire economy and turn it over to the central planners. This is not about environmentalism. This is about socialism.
You got 10 seconds. Who wants the last word?
I'm sorry. Painting your roofs white, that's racist.
Wow. The best thing you could do is become a vegetarian or a vegan. It's equivalent to driving 4,000 miles a year in a mid-sized car.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a steak as soon as this program's done.
Wow.
And coming up next, he's back. Get her done. My buddy, my friend, the one and only Larry the Cable Guy. He's going to be here, right here in studio. Coming up next, straight ahead. My next guest happens to be the voice of the world's most famous tow truck, and beginning next Friday, you can catch Larry the Cable Guy when he returns as Mater in the sequel to Disney's mega hit, and that movie is Cars. Cars 2 will be presented in Disney Digital 3D, IMAX 3D, and select theaters. Let's take a sneak peek. Listen for Larry.
Come with me, please, sir.
But I'm gonna miss my plane.
Right this way.
Oh, doggone it. This is about my hook, ain't it? I know I should have checked it, but I can't miss it. Look, it's attached to me. Hey, I know you. You're that fella from the karate demonstration.
I never properly introduced myself. Finn McMissile, British intelligence.
Toll Mater, average intelligence.
And back with us tonight is one of the stars of Cars 2. He's one of the funniest men in America, a good friend of ours, the one and only Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done.
Get her done, Sean.
What's up, man?
Good to see Tomater, average intelligence.
How did you land this gig? What a great gig.
It's unbelievable. Isn't it crazy? You know what? When I got the first one, I was sitting at the house, got a fax, said, we want you to be the voice of our small town tow truck in a new Disney film, new Pixar film. I'm like, that's awesome. It turns out Mater's like this big thing, and now we've done a second one. I hope we do a third one. It's just awesome.
And I hope you do a fourth one.
I'm very thankful for it. I got to tell you, it's unbelievable. You hope we do a fourth one. I do too. I just wish I would have worked myself into a toy deal. Believe me, if I would have a little bit of money off them toys, I wouldn't be doing Hannity.
Oh wow, that hurts. That hurts, dude. Well, by the way, you telling me you had this. Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Yeah, this girl in. Well, go ahead.
I have to say this. I got a little tipsy last night. I had a little too much to drink, and I had to take a cab back to my hotel. And I got to tell you, Sean, that's the first time I've ever driven a cab. It wasn't bad. I picked some people up, made some money on the way back. It was nice.
It was a good time in New York.
It was nice.
What happened to you in Oregon? You had this problem in Oregon with this girl.
Oh, no. No. It was in the news. That's not how I told you to set me up with that. Now my wife's going to go, what happened in Oregon?
Let's start again.
Go ahead. There was this woman in Oregon. I don't know if you've read it. It's in the news.
I didn't see which one.
She got a
lot of girls in Oregon.
I just figured since you were doing a news program, you would probably know about the news.
Yeah.
She had an operation. Now she talks in nothing but a British accent. It's a strange phenomenon. Seriously, that's true. And I've got to contact somebody that's doing this story because I had a similar deal. I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. And for 2 months after, I sang nothing but air supply tunes. Seriously, it was crazy. It was unbelievable. But I must say this. I do not like going to a doctor a lot anyway.
No, me neither.
You know, it's just, I saw a sign one time that said Hemorrhoids Awareness Week at the doctor's office. I'm like, let me tell you something. If you got hemorrhoids, I'm pretty sure you're aware of it.
Yeah, right? I bet you probably are.
A sign to tell anybody.
Yeah, you don't need that. Are you following the, well, first of all, you following this Wienergate thing?
Do what, Sean? Am I following what now?
You following this Wienergate?
I try to go the other way when I. Let me tell you something. I'm just glad people go, wow, a guy named Wiener showing his wiener. Ain't that something?
That's something.
I'm just glad his name wasn't Anus. That's what I'm glad about. I mean, that wouldn't be good at all.
No, that wouldn't be good at all.
Good night, but I've, enough
keeps you in
of that.
business.
Well, I've had it up to here with Wiener.
Yeah. Okay.
That didn't come off good.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
Let's move on to something else. I'm very uncomfortable with the wiener topic.
Are you following the presidential GOP primary thing?
Yeah, I'm very schooled up on all this stuff. Yes, I am. And I got to tell you something about Mitt Romney.
What? You voting for Mitt?
No, I'm not voting for Mitt.
I'm asking.
Not now. He's a big global warming guy.
I know. I saw that.
What the hell happened? I think he's been holding his hair under the hairdryer too long. You know what I mean? It's made his head warm or something.
Then maybe he's thinking it's real.
And his skin's all chipped. No wonder he has the name Mitt. He looks like a catcher's mitt.
Yeah. Well, what do I look like? I got this similar hair.
I got to tell you something. I could throw a brick at you and it'd bounce right off.
Right off.
It really would. It would.
You'd throw my football right here and hit me in the head with it.
That's some hair right there.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I heard you talking in the.
I'm sure Mitt. No, I don't want to get. I'm sure Mitt's a nice guy. I'm just saying. Come on, the global warming thing. Let me ask you something, Sean. How did the ice melt during the ice ages?
It's a good point.
Was the dinosaurs driving SUVs around back then?
They were driving smart cars.
I mean, smart car. Let me tell you something about what a piece of garbage a smart car is. There's a commercial come up a while back. The smart car has 0% in it for 6 years. I'm like, well, good. I got 0% in it for 6 years of buying a smart car. I'll tell you that much. I mean, it's ridiculous. My buddy has a smart car, totaled it. He hit a deer tick.
A deer tick?
That's how little it is. But let me just say this. Being an A-list celebrity, you get to do a lot of fun things.
Yeah.
And they always want you to test drive cars because they know people that you drive it, then people want to buy it. But they're trying to get all these cars that run on alternative fuels, which is fine. I wouldn't mind finding alternative fuel, But they had me test drive. You can Google this. This is true. They had me test drive a car that runs on human waste.
Really?
Yeah, and I drove it for 3 days, went to the Taco Bell drive-thru and flooded the engine on. Can you believe that? It's embarrassing when your buddy has to come down and give you a jump fart just to get out of the drive-thru.
Just to get out of there.
You know?
Oh, it's better than your grandma's sloppy joes. Don't go there.
I'm not even going there.
You know, I was thinking, because you do have access to a lot of things. And you got this role in this huge movie.
Oh, it's awesome.
Would you ever do any TV commercials?
Oh, you know, I would if there was a good one coming on, but they got just some strange commercials. I don't think I want to be a part of the commercial world.
Right.
You know, have you ever seen this commercial at 3 o'clock in the morning? I hate doing 2 topics at the same time, but this is really a true 3 o'clock in the morning. They're selling a thing called the Better Marriage Blanket.
I never saw it.
Honestly, have you seen it?
I'm up a lot at 3.
Blanket.
Yeah.
It's I'm not making this up. It's $100, and it's a blanket with 2 extra sheets of cotton to absorb your farts while you're sleeping at night.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I bought 2 of them.
one for her.
One for the bed and one to be made into a pair of pants. I bought 2. But can you imagine that? And it says right on the commercial, great for an anniversary gift. I mean, can you imagine coming home to your wife, honey, I got you a great anniversary gift.
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, it's a fart blanket.
And your family's
I love
okay?
You so much. Yeah, they're good.
The kids are okay?
Oh, my gosh, went for almost $300 each on eBay. Unbelievable.
You sold them?
Oh, of course I sold them.
On eBay?
No, look, my little girl's 3 going on 4. My little boy's 4 going on Ritalin. They're really good kids. You know, they're good kids. I love them to death. I would show you a pitch.
What is his name, Reagan?
Sure. One of my little girls named Reagan.
Yeah.
And her first words were, Mr. Larry, tear down this crib. That was her first words. It was very sweet. My first words were, are you going to finish that sandwich?
It's back to her.
Those are my first words.
Larry, we're going to be watching. My kids love the movie.
Sean,
the first
Cars
one.
2.
Yeah.
This one blows away the first one.
We're going to watch it.
I'm
going to go, I promise.
Well, no, I want you. But it's unbelievable. It really blows away the first movie. I'm so happy to be a part of it, and I hope people enjoy it. Cars 2. Pixar.
And you're on the road till June 30th, and
I'm on the
you
road.
going to throw us out tonight?
Sean, what is it? What do you have to do with football? This is what I don't get.
Because I like football.
Well, I know, but it's kind of maybe...
Oh, wait. Don't throw yet. That's all the time we have left.
Okay.
Greta's next. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Larry throws us out. Go ahead. Good luck.
If I do it, it will bounce right off you and hit me and break my nose.